There's a famous football administrator called Herbert Mensah. I had an issue with him. He phoned and said, lots of things. The people of Nima just heard it on their own. They had a van and went to his house, wanting to confront him. Yes!
This is the Black Stars Diary, Qatar 2022. We've been seeing a lot of Nima to the world, all over, even before the World Cup started. And because you are embedded in Nima, more than any other person in camp, how proud are they of their boys? We know that Manaf, Kudus, and others, but there's a real pride, there's a movement, there's this beyond patriotism, if I can call it that what are they called? Nemanians? Nemanians. Tell us about this Nima to the world and how Kudus and Manaf are now holding it. But before them, there were others, and there surely would be others ahead of them.
Well, the story of Kudus and Manaf and others are now the new face of how football talents in Nima are honed. There's a lot of football talents in Nima, no doubt. That is why the top football academy in Ghana, or the top football academies in Ghana at the moment, the Right to Dream Academy, as well as the Accra Lions Academy, somewhere in Abokobi, have been focusing on recruiting talent from Nima. There's a reason why. The reason why is that there are a lot of kids there who are hungry for success. But in the past, they've not had the right guidance or grooming to make them reach the top. So when the opportunity comes for academies to take them out of, their normal training hubs, to give them the proper training, proper nutrition, proper education, proper exposure, that would make them reach the top. The people of Nima have to show to the world that there's good that comes out of Nima. There are a lot of people, when you tell them about Nima, they are very apprehensive. They think people there are violent. There's nothing good that comes out of Nima. It's completely wrong. I can stay in the best parts of Accra in any time, but give me Nima anytime, any day, I'll prefer Nima. I know people who were born and raised in Nima. They have homes in East Legon, in Trasako, but they come to Nima at 5 a.m. and leave at 11 p.m. Even when they are rich, when they are affluent, when they can choose to live at the East Legons of the world. Why? Because there's something like a magnet that attracts you to Nima. First of all, you witness unity in the way you have never witnessed before anywhere in the world. I've stayed in many places in the world. I've lived in the United States of America. I lived in the United Kingdom. I've lived in many parts and gone to many parts of the world. Throughout Ghana, I've traveled a lot of places. But there's something very, very attractive about Nima. You find yourself somewhere, let's say in America, a few Nima people in there. They just know you are from Nima and you find a place. You will not be left as an orphan. I'll recount one thing. My grandmother passed away a couple of months ago. I did not inform anybody in Nima. None of my friends in Nima, none of my colleagues in Nima. I did not inform any one of them. I was told that my grandma was on a dying bed. I went there in the evening. In the morning, I received a phone call that she passed away a couple of minutes ago. I rushed to her house in Dakuman. We prepared the funeral and everything. Burial was in the afternoon. By the time we got to the cemetery, the people in Nima had hired one full bus of people to come there. Now, those who had gone to work in the morning and didn't hear of that came to me in the evening. I was there when they knocked on the door. You have visitors, about 30 people. Oh, we heard your grandmother passed away this morning. We had gone to work by then. We couldn't come for the burial. We are coming here to say our commiserations to you and to offer prayers to you. Where does this thing happen? Nowhere. I'll recount something to you. In the early 2000s, there's a famous football administrator called Herbert Mensah. I had an issue with him. He phoned and said, lots of things. The people of Nima just heard it on their own. They had a van and went to his house, wanting to confront him. Yes! So this is the time, this is the place for solidarity that you never get anywhere in the world, communityship, and a lot of good vibes that the world doesn't see. I understand that, bad news, I understand that bad news sells everywhere in the world. So when there are a few negatives, in every society there will be some negatives. In every society there will be, wayward people. But, the waywardness, takes center stage more than the good that comes out of Nima. That is why you find that people like Mohammed Kudus, who are now icons of Ghana football, need to show to the world that there's more out of Nima than the negativity.